So let's begin. Happy Mother's Day. That is wonderful. Yeah. It is amazing to me how, I'm sorry. It is amazing to me how many men have come up to me and said, "You're going to celebrate Father's Day like this too, right?" Leave it to the man. Ladies, this day is all about you, and we want to celebrate you. Go ahead and kick that video. Turn down the lights if you would.
So how was school today?
Good. I broke the chemistry lab.
No, you did not.
Okay.
How was choir?
It was good.
Moms have it so easy. I mean, their lives are fun, simple, and so rewarding. Sometimes I wish, instead of being the dad, I wish I was the mom. Another day of pedicures, reading my magazines, and making myself beautiful. This is the life.
Mom? Mom, tell him to stop copying me.
Mom, tell him to stop camping.
I'm not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Mom, do something.
Mom, do something.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Mom, are you serious? Why did I ever ask you to help me? I should have known you couldn't fix my hair. I look like a freak. Look at me.
Look at me. Hey, Mom. Look at this. Look at me. Come on, Mom. Look at me. Watch this, Mom. Come on. Look at this. Watch this. Come on, look at me. Come on, Mom. Look at me. Come on, Mom. Look at me. Come on.
Can you help me with this?
Mom, I have a book report due tomorrow, and I haven't read any of this.
Mom, if you don't help me, I'm gonna fail school and be a loser forever.
You don't expect me to read this all by myself, do you? You don't expect me to eat this, do you?
Seriously, Mom, what is this?
Mom, I'm not gonna eat this.
Dad, can we just go out to eat? Please?
Hey kids, be nice to your mother.
If I eat this, I'm gonna throw up. Mom, I said I'm gonna throw up.
Mom, I think I'm gonna be sick too.
You're amazing. No, seriously. I don't know how you do it. I'm at a loss for words. Kids, come here. Get in here. Hug your mother. Tell her you love her. We're in the presence of greatness.
Dad.
Not now. Dad's on a roll. This is God's greatest creation, kids.
You're smooshing my face.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. Because I don't say thank you enough. I mean, the truth is, I don't deserve you. We don't deserve you. And one day is not enough to honor you. We should honor you every day. But how do we say thank you to the woman that means the world to us? I know. We're going to go right now and get you that vacuum cleaner you've had your eye on. Don't speak. This time, we're going name brand, baby. Come on, kids. Let's go make your mom's dreams come true.
Happy Mother's Day to you. Oh, that is fantastic. Mothers, you are amazing. You truly are. You know, I noticed something about church culture, and I have been a culprit at this so very much throughout my tenure of ministry. I noticed that on Mother's Day, in an attempt to honor mothers, we've been asking them to stand for years and years in order for us to recognize and honor them. And you know what I realized? Only a man would ask a mom to work on Mother's Day. Isn't it the truth? And so this is what we're going to do today. Moms, you get to sit and enjoy yourselves. And everybody else will stand up, and we are going to applaud you as you get to rest today. Stand up, people. Give the moms in this house a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you so much. We are here today to honor mothers, all mothers, not just the ones present today. Why? Because mothers are impressive beings. They're multitasking machines. I can do 1 to 2 things well. When we get into the third thing, everything falls apart. Women, my goodness, they are a gift from God at being able to do 8 things at the same time. So if you don't believe me, just watch them when they drive on the highway. It is impressive. One foot does the steering wheel, one does the eyeliner, another one does the make, and they're talking on the phone at the same time. Don't even get a ticket. It is a fantastic and amazing thing. Mothers are impressive. They are smart. And that's why this sermon is entitled, Only a Mother. Only a mother. Only a mother can do what a mother can do. Dads can't do it. Dads can't do what moms do. Dads are redeemed by the fact that we can lift things. But truth be told, if it weren't for moms, we'd never find what we were looking for to lift it. Is it not true? We are here to honor moms today. It is all about you. It's not to downplay fathers. They'll have their turn, as they have asked over and over already. They will have their turn next week. But this day is all about the mom. And it just so happens that God made women and men different in a way to complement each other. In areas where we are weak, you are strong. And in areas where you are weak, we try to help out a bit. Not that I would ever call Mother's Week in a room full of mothers. Instantly, the little boy inside of me just was like, please don't hurt me. Oh, dads are amazing too. God made it so that we would need each other. For instance, when children do something wrong, especially if there is damage to the house or to household items, dads go into aggressive mode. Do you know why? Because the first thought, I'm telling on it. The first thought is not, oh, the well-being of the child. No, the first thing dad thinks is, I've got to fix that. And number 2 is, I'm going to have to replace that. And number 3 is, why didn't you just be more careful? Whereas moms are like stealth bombers. They get in and out, drop the bomb on the person, and then leave, and they don't even know they've been hit yet. That's how moms operate. And so mom comes in kind of under the radar and starts asking questions that do not pertain to what actually took place in order to gather information about what took place. Does anybody else understand what I'm talking about? Moms are impressive beings. Amazing. Amazing. Dads, we're direct. Moms, they go roundabout and get the information. We need each other. Sometimes you need to be direct. Sometimes you don't need to be so direct. And we complement each other in that. It is amazing. God made it so that we would need each other. Only a mom could look sweet, endearing, and innocent, and in the next moment strike terror to the hearts of children everywhere. Only a mom could do it. Only a mom. Okay, one story. Should probably turn the recorder off. I'm just playing. If my mom sees this, I just know somewhere in time she's going to be flying to find me. My mom, by far and wide, was my picture of unconditional love growing up. Whenever I thought, any time in my growing up, if I thought of unconditional love, she really pictured and modeled that to me so that I could understand the love of God. She was the person who took care of me. She was the person that when I was hurt, she made sure that I was well. When I was sick, she nursed me back to health. She tucked me in at night, sang me lullabies. She was the one that beyond anything else made me feel safe and secure. And then I would do something bad. And a transformation would come over my mom, where the same woman that modeled love somehow found a way to strike terror into the deepest recesses of my soul. Can anyone relate to this? Do you know, here's the thing about moms. Moms don't have to use any type of aggression. They have this way where they can look at you and just go, just wait until your father gets home. And the anticipation is punishment enough. Am I right? The brilliance of mothers, ingenious in their strategy. Only a mom can discipline you and be worried about your well-being at the exact same time. Only mom, actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and show that video. Why talk about it? You guys can enjoy it and watch it.
My mom is awesome now. See, all she cared about, it's still this day, all she cares about if I have eaten. That's all she cares about. Have you eaten? Have you eaten, son? You look terrible. You look like a freak. You look terrible. Do you need something to eat? Like, Mom, I weigh 210. No, you look like a little freak circus boy. It's what you look like. Have you eaten? I remember one night, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was in high school. I came home too late. You know, it's dark. You ever do that? You're sneaking in the house. It's just pitch black. So I go in the kitchen, you know, and I turn on the, no, garbage disposal. Why did they put that stupid garbage disposal thing right by the light? I was expecting a nice warm light. I get, oh, she was on me like a panther. Where were you? I was worried sick. You could have gotten hurt. Have you eaten? Have you eaten?
Only a mom could make it happen. Mothers are so fantastic. Only a mom can manage to make the whole household breakfast, make children their lunches for school, get the children dressed and off to school, guess accurately everything a child will forget and need during the day at school, and send those items with them in their lunch, and all do this in the matter of an hour, and then start their day. Only moms can pull this. You are multitasking machines. I'm brushing my teeth going, huh? It is fantastic what you are capable of doing. Do y'all remember when dads used to make lunches? I'm sorry I'm picking on you today, dads. But I didn't have to ask if my dad made lunch or not. All I had to do was open the brown bag. Because when mom made lunch, it was always perfect. When dad made lunch, oh look, Cheetos and an Oreo. I wonder who made lunch today. Glory. Mom, please never forsake us again. Moms are fantastic. Moms are awesome. Oh, moms are wired to multitask. It is a strength within them. Moms at home, babies crying, toddlers pulling at your legs, the oven timer is going off, someone rings the front doorbell, and the phone goes off at the same time. And mom acts like nothing is weird right now. And they spring into action. It's like, baby, hip, toddler, go over here, pull out oven, phone, hello, go to the front door, sign, come back. Father in the same scenario. Rapture now! Take me home! Same thing. It is phenomenal, the gift that you have to multitask. I'm always, always, always impressed by my mom and other mothers and the ability to do that. Let me put this into perspective for you, and I hope that you go along with this theme because I like to have fun. Let me put the power of a mom into perspective for you. John chapter 5, verse 19. Jesus is speaking, and he says this in the middle of this verse, that Jesus he does only what he sees his Father doing. He does only what he sees his Father doing. And then we rewind the clock to John chapter 2, verse 1 through 5. On the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. The mother of Jesus. Listen to this. And both Jesus and his disciples were invited to the wedding. When the wine ran out, the mother said to Jesus, "They have no wine." You know the mom tone? Like, it's not just like, "Oh, son, they have no wine." No, it's, "They have no wine." It's asking without actually asking. Do you know what I mean? And here's mom, Mary, saying to Jesus, "They have no wine." Jesus turns and says to her, "Woman, what does this have to do with us? My hour has not yet come." His mother, not even recognizing that Jesus had spoke, not even recognizing that anything had transpired, turns to the servants and says, "Whatever he says for you to do, do it." And then leaves. Think about this picture. Jesus in the scenario, Mary says whatever, puts him on the spot, leaves. And I can almost, go with me on this, I can almost see Jesus going. And God the Father going, "Son, you better do it. You better do it. You better do it. I know this girl. You better do it." Only a mom can talk to the Son of God and get him to do something where he's like, "I don't want to do that." Do it. Okay. Mothers carry incredible, incredible influence over their children. A mother's input into a child is highly, highly prized and important. And we'll get to that in just a second. A mother, now getting on a serious note here, the power of a mom. Mothers are worthy of our deepest respect. They are worthy of our admiration. They are worthy of our praise. They are worthy of our deepest respect. Mothers sacrifice for the well-being of their family constantly, and they take very little praise for doing it. But they don't ask for a whole lot of praise, do they? But today is your day. We want to pin a rose on you. In the New Testament, Timothy would not be the man. Timothy, the man that is underneath Paul, being sent out to do incredible works, the disciple basically of Paul, we give Paul all the credit in saying training up. No, friend. That is not how it happened. Timothy would not be the man of God that he was if it were not for his grandmother Lois and for his mother Eunice. It would not have happened. Look at 2 Timothy 1, verse 5. This is Paul speaking, and he says, "For I am mindful of your sincere faith within you, which first dwelt in your grandmother Lois and your mother Eunice, and I am sure that it is in you as well." His mother and his grandmother passed down the trait of godly heritage into the child, trained up the child in the way that he should go. You see, mom was doing a job in that moment that she didn't even realize she was doing. Mom was just doing what was right. That child needs to be reared in godliness. That child needs to be reared and understand who the Lord is. That child needs to be trained up in the way that he should go. Mom didn't know that he was going to end up being a world changer. Mom didn't know that he was going to have scripture written about him. Mom just knew it's the right thing to do to take care of business, to put and instill into my child God in all of his glory. And as a result of that, a man was raised up that could change the world with the Apostle Paul. That's the work of a mother. That's the input of a mom. They're worthy of our respect. Mothers are selfless. Okay. This is awesome. I see it in my head a certain way, but obviously I think in comedy. So, Mothers are selfless. Luke chapter 4, verse 38 and 39. We see Jesus is leaving the synagogue. And they're heading over to Peter's house. And they're about to go into Peter's house. And when they arrive at Peter's house, they find out that Peter's mother-in-law is so sick with a fever that she is bedridden. Now, time out. There is mom sickness and there is dad sickness. If that woman is knocked out on a bed from the fever she had, she's close to death. I get a 99.5. I cannot move. My world has come to an end. My wife has 101. Time to lead worship. That's how we're wired. We're wired differently. And so here is the mother-in-law of Peter. They go over to the house, and she is sick. And it literally says they asked Jesus to do something for her. I'm sorry, the way that I see it is this. You got a bunch of men coming from synagogue, which means it's about lunchtime. They come home. They walk into the house. Peter's mother-in-law is sick. Hey, she's one of the best cooks in this city. What are we going to do? Did you guys bring anything? No? Jesus? Could you, for her own benefit, could you heal her? Jesus is like, yeah. Heals her. Look at what happens. Now, that's not how it actually played out. That's the way that I imagined in my head. But look at what actually happens in the response of the mother-in-law when Jesus heals her. Jesus goes over, heals her from her illness, from her fever. The fever breaks, and it says that she gets up and begins to serve everyone in the house. Only a mom. Dads, be honest with me. I won't even go there. I won't even go there. Y'all are feeling picked on? I'm sorry. Not trying to. I wouldn't even go there. It's crazy. Only a mom knocking at death's door from a fever after getting healed would stand up and serve people because of her love and her hospitality for people. Moms are smart. Moms are really, really smart. When you turn over to the book of Luke chapter 1, you see that the angel Gabriel shows up to the high priest at the time named Zacharias. And Zacharias is actually going into the holy place. He enters past the outer court, goes into the holy place, not into the Holy of Holies yet. And while he's in there, the angel Gabriel shows up at the side of the table, the altar of incense. The angel Gabriel shows up, says to him basically the proclamation that your wife Elizabeth is going to give birth to a son, and you are to name him John. He is going to be the forerunner for the Messiah, all of the great things he's going to be done, all these different things. And in the midst of this, now get the picture. You are in the holy place. An angel has appeared in the holy place and is giving you a word of instruction. And how does Zacharias respond to this? Look at Luke chapter 1, verse 18. Zacharias said to the angel, "How will I know this for certain?" Dumb Man of the Year award. An angel appeared in the holy place, gave you instruction, and you basically said, how do I know I can trust you on this? Not wise. Not wise. So what does the angel do? Oh, I know how we're going to do this. Let's strike you with dumbness so that you can't talk until the birth of your child. Good enough? Okay, bye-bye. Leaves, goes on. Go down a few more scriptures, down to Luke chapter 1, verse 38. Same angel shows up to a 14-year-old girl. A 14-year-old girl. Gives her a proclamation and says, you are going to give birth to the Messiah. You are highly favored, and you are going to bring Jesus into the world. You are the one that's been chosen to. Now, she says, how is this possible? Because I'm a virgin, I don't understand. That's not a point of doubt. That's her saying, explain this to me, how this is going to go down, because I don't know how this is going to. It's not doubt in the same way, it's asking. And he explains it to her, goes through, and she goes, all right. Look at her response. Luke chapter 1, verse 38. And Mary said, behold, the bondslave of the Lord, may it be done to me according to your word. And the angel departed from her. Absolutely nothing happened to her. Why? Because mothers are smart. They know that when an angel appears, listen to what he has to say. For whatever reason, us guys, we go, I don't know about you. Tell the truth, guys. How many times have we looked at situations where we go, I don't know about you on that one, when it's obvious that that's the right way? Moms are brilliant. Sorry, guys, I'm picking on you. I am picking on you. That's bad. Moms know when to speak, when not to speak, when to question, when not to question. Mothers know how to handle situations with wisdom and grace. Why? Because moms are awesome. Moms are incredible. Women are awesome. Absolutely awesome. I can say with complete confidence that none of us would be here today if it weren't for moms. Thank you, my wife. Thank you. She's always in, both literally and poetically. Mothers are worthy of honor. They really are. In a society where we have had women kind of downplayed over the years, I am amazed at looking at how the Bible builds them up. In a culture where talking to a woman alone would be one of the greatest faux pas that you could commit at all. In a culture, here is Jesus meeting a woman at a well who has a seedy background. And he's speaking to her and talking to her alone. And his disciples roll up on him and go, what is going on here? I don't know if this is a good thing or not. And as a result of his breaking cultural barrier and norm and ministering to a woman, even in a cultural context that was not like acceptable by their standards, a whole city came out to hear the gospel message of Jesus. And that's where we get the look onto the fields, they're ripe for harvest. Because of the testimony of a woman who heard a man speaking at a well when he shouldn't really have even been speaking to her culturally. Jesus did a lot to raise up the position of understanding of women in culture. We need to recognize that. Women are awesome. Men, you two are also awesome, but this is not our day. This is Mom's Day. Mothers are worthy of honor. Proverbs 31:10 and following says this, an excellent wife who can find? For her worth is far above jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. She looks for wool and flax and works with her hands in delight. She is like merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. She rises also while it is still night and gives food to her household and portions to her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. From her earnings she plants a vineyard. She girds herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She senses that her gain is good. Her lamp does not go out at night. She stretches out her hand to the distaff, and her hands grasp the spindle. She extends her hand to the poor, and she stretches out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She makes coverings for herself. Her clothes is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates. When he sits among the elders of the land, she makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies belts to the tradesmen. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she smiles at the future. She opens her mouth in wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and bless her, her husband also. And he praises her, saying, many daughters have done nobly, but you excel them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the product of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. When I read this passage of Scripture, this is what I see as a description of wives and mothers. Trustworthy, hardworking, diligent, selfless, wise, strong, discerning, caring, providing, and kind, admired and respected by her family, excellent, and a lover of God. Now that's a description of a mother. That's a description of a wife. Thank the Lord for you. Thank God for the gift of women. And I hope that you feel honored today by what we've presented to you, because we want you to feel special. If every other day we know it goes into mom mode, and we benefit from that greatly, today we want you to be blessed and honored. Can I get an amen? Stand to your feet if you will.